What are we? We're a school, right? We're not a community. We're a school. So let's break it down. I want to break down trading in a way that perhaps you haven't thought of it before. So you can understand what we're doing and how you can really get control of trading and become an expert trader. Now, first of all, I want to answer a question it's actually quite a complex question to answer. And it's, what is a skill? So a skill is broken down into fundamentally 4 different types of skills comprise a full skill. A skill is the ability to do something well in one of the following 4 areas. So you've got physical skill, and a physical skill could be something like sports, dance, or carpentry. You have mental skill, and this is where you have things like discipline, the ability to think critically, to solve problems, to be creative. Then you have social skill, right? And this is the ability to manage relationships with friends, with your partner, with work colleagues, the ability for you to network, the ability for you to work as a team. And then you have technical skill. And this is the ability for you to operate a machine, for example, or conduct data analysis. That's what technical skill is. Now, most skills are a combination of all of these skill elements. So what about trading? Well, trading predominantly has 2 dominant components to it as a skill. It's first and foremost is a mental skill, right? Why? Because you need to be calm, you need to be disciplined, you need to be rule-based, you need to develop critical thinking, and you need to have a long-term mindset. Okay, so write those down: calm, disciplined, rule-based, critical thinking, and a long-term mindset. So you need to develop the mental skill that will contribute to your trading skill. Now, the second skill that you need is technical skill, right? Why? Well, because you're conducting technical analysis, you're looking at charts, you're conducting fundamental analysis, you're understanding the news and its implication, you're understanding how the industry and institutional decisions affect what you are doing. You need to conduct financial planning. So these are the dominant skill areas that compose trading. But outside of this, we've got other elements to it. It is also a physical skill. Why? Well, because if you're fundamentally unhealthy, it's not conducive to you actually doing well at trading, right? And we see this. An unhealthy body is an unhealthy mind. So you need to, in combination with all of these things, make sure that you're developing the physical components of what you're doing. But it's also, as you become a trader, you need to develop the social skills necessary as well. Why? Well, you need to have a good relationship with your family. If you have a bad relationship with your family or your friend, well, that's going to impact your trading. It just is. And one common denominator we can see across all of our instructors is this: they're all happily married. They all have kids, all of them. And so it's not to say that if you're not in that position, you can't trade. It means that you may have work to do on developing and leveling up your social skills, right? And that will allow you to see, okay, there is a direct impact on my life.